Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to our Thursday night OpenTTD Season 12 Let's Play. Of course, I have a couple of players with me tonight, which I will introduce shortly. But hello and welcome. I hope you're all doing well. We've got a few train whistles coming along. I missed who the first one was for, but here's the one for the first one. There we go, a nice little train whistle for you. And then we'll do the second one shortly. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to, of course, going to be jumping into OpenTTD very soon. Getting on with the gameplay, building our network. But before we do that, let's have a quick catch up with things that have been going on. If you're new around here, hello, welcome. I'm Master Hellish. I do all sorts of retro and retro style train and transport games. Sometimes a little bit of something different on the side, but we'll see how things go. Speaking of things on the side, we've got our monthly giveaway going on, and that is RimWorld. So you can go to portal.masterhellish.net to take part. That's the same place where you interact with the stream, apart from the chat. Obviously the chat, but in addition to the chat, the portal. You get points there and all that sort of good thing. Just a reminder to the moderators, if you haven't seen that message, please go and check the mod chat. Thank you very much. Now, announcement time for Christmas. Yes, over here we're going to be doing a Christmas party. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a live stream on December the 13th from 3 o'clock. It is the Hellish Christmas Party-a-thon stream. We've got a public game of OpenTTD. We've got other party games. We've got giveaways, and we've got milestone goals as well, which may or may not involve hairspray and confetti cannons. I cannot confirm. We're literally posting in the mod chat. Yes, on my checklist it does say watch mod chat, but I haven't been doing that, so we'll have to see. Next up on the list there is that we are doing some Factorio on Monday night. That's right, over on the Variety channel we're doing Factorio as part of our community gaming night. So get on the Discord. That's discord.masterhellish.net for the direct link. And we've got a community game going on. Couple weeks of that left. We're going to do a bit of Eve, and then we've got a Project Zomboid server coming. So if any of those things tickle your fancy, make sure you're over on the Community Gaming Nights channel on the Discord. Also on the Discord is the details for the Master Hellish OpenTTD server. We just reset the map. It is snowing on OpenTTD, and it's going to be a much more land-based map. We had a lot of water last time, so come and take part. All the details of how to connect to the server, again, in the correct channel on the Discord. And I've got a couple of reminders, so if you're watching a video or stream and you see something funny or interesting, please do clip it. Helps me and the community out. And also, we've got a slot available in our preview team, so if you want to help by giving early feedback on videos before they're released, you can join the preview team. Just come along and get in contact, get in touch. Maybe use the help forum. That's a good way of getting in touch about that. You hope the Project Zomboid server will be a real server, which we'll see, Brandon. I'm yet to decide on that. I'm yet to decide. Of course, the reminders are there to indeed like the stream if you're enjoying it, and if you're not already subscribed, consider doing so for more OpenTTD and other fantastic retro games. Now, I feel like it's time to jump over to that OpenTTD. And whilst we're here, let's just make sure that I'm in. There you go. You can tell that I've been doing some OpenTTD recording because my camera disappears. I have to turn my camera off to record some things. Oh, speaking of recordings, check out what we've done recently. So we had a video all about locomotion. That video's doing quite well. People are getting some really good feedback. If you've never seen locomotion or want to kind of figure out what my take on that is, go take a look at locomotion. And this one down here, this one's quite interesting because all of the people that took part in season 12, I didn't tell anybody about it. Yes, today, or is it depends which time zone you're in, also yesterday, we've got an AI video. I gave this season 12 map to the AI to see what it would do, and it was surprising. So if you want to see what the exact game that we're about to play, played by the AI, I did a video on that, and that video is, again, people seem to be enjoying that one. So head out there and check that out. Right then. That's all the news and the how do you do's. Let's say hello to two more people. So tonight Oh, the names are the opposite way around from what I was expecting. OU is here. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah,
That's a redundant question.
yeah. Well, I'm. You know, I was scrambling to get the stream working, but never mind. We're here. It's working. We're doing some OpenTTD, and that's what really matters, isn't it? Do you want to just let everybody know a little bit about yourself? You've been doing OpenTTD much?
Oh no, I've been playing OpenTTD on and off. I'm also play Factory, and that bleeds into OpenTTD sessions from time to time. I have like, I don't know, 100 hours, so I'm not really advanced. I'm just a novice player, but yeah.
I would hazard a guess. You're probably our most novice player so far. We've had a few experts jump on the bus. If anybody wants to take part, you can take part in Season 12. All the details is in the stream description. Okay, it's all masterhellish.net/S12. And also with me tonight, I've got Carl. Hello, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for letting me be here.
Yeah, I mean, you ticked the boxes, and I randomly selected you, and now you are here. So hopefully you've got some ideas about what you're going to be doing in our world tonight.
Yeah, I do actually. I have multiple ideas, and the first one I just noticed that I won't be able to do because there's no oil here yet. So, but I have multiple ideas. So.
Oh, let's look. I'm gonna have a quick look. I know we haven't changed scenes yet, but I'm just gonna have a quick look on the map to see what we've got. So there's no oil rigs, but there's no oil wells either. Oh
No,
wow!
I think we're
Okay.
pre-oil, right?
Yeah, I think we are pretty oil. We don't normally play OpenTTD this early in the kind of history of the game, but well, you'll have to see what else you're going to do, I suppose, aren't you? Right then, and have you been playing OpenTTD much for long?
Yeah, I was actually thrown into a game 15 years ago or something by some online friends, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I loved it, and I've loved it since. But I'm an occasional player, so what I do is I play intensively for a month, a year, and then I just let it sleep for 11 months. So, but recently I've played a little bit more, so this is going to be really fun.
Yeah, oh, fantastic. Looking forward to it. And also, from my point of view, people think I just play OpenTTD all the time. Actually, only a third of my content is OpenTTD, really. Even though a lot of the views are OpenTTD, only a third of the content is. Right then, folks. Now, I have a technical issue that I just need to sort out. It is going to take me just a minute. I'm going to have to run away from the computer very quickly. But rather than going for a break, I'll be right back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unpause the server. I'll leave you with some ships, and I'll dash back as quickly as I can, everybody. So you guys get yourself a chance to have a look at the map, figure out where and what you might want to build, and when I get back, we'll find out what you're going to start with. Okay, so here I am, back in the corner. We're going to keep an eye on this ship, Ship 97. It's the most important ship in the world. And I will be back in just a few seconds.
It's dead silent all of a sudden.
Yeah, I guess it's just you and me now. I do actually have one thing that I was, because I've watched all the series videos, and I noticed the last thing that they looked at was actually that the trains were getting really, really old at the coal mine, like the first coal mine that was built. So I was thinking of maybe replacing them as a first step.
Oh. I'm just looking at errors right now. There's a train that's unable to pass right now. Interesting. Oh, never mind. It was waiting for a signal, but reported no path. Interesting.
Oh wow. Yeah, so these have like 20 to 30% reliability, so I'm I'm guessing it's a good time to replace them, right?
Yeah. So trains can sometimes report they're lost if they're just sat waiting for a while. So if they're just sat waiting to get into a station or something like that, then usually you can ignore it. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it just caught me off guard. As I said, I'm play OpenTTD on and off, and I'm more as in like, sorry, I kind of transfer my knowledge from Factorio to OpenTTD when it comes to trains. So seeing a notepad just kind of triggered that.
It's like
it kinda
everything's
triggered-
wrong. It's broken. No, there is some scenarios. I mean, usually though, if that's the case in OpenTTD, one might say that you have too many trains and you need to reduce them. So usually action is needed. It depends on the situation. So what I'm going to do is that in recent streams we've started this quad goods setup. So in each corner of the map, we are going to produce goods from a factory and a sawmill. And then once we've done that, we're going to start a bi-directional goods route between the corners. But before we can start that, we actually need the goods systems up and running. So we've got one going in the far left corner. In the bottom corner, we've got a factory going, but there's no sawmill yet. So I might do that first. And then at the top of the world, we haven't done anything at all. In fact, the factory disappeared. And I think the same's true on the right-hand corner as well. Yes, the factory disappeared.
Yeah.
So we'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, take a look at those trains because they were definitely starting to run pretty bad, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to find them. No, yep, there we go. So I can see them all lined up. I'm going to pick a random one. Its reliability is 54%. They are doing the job. They are actually working. It's just they break down a lot. Yeah, we'll fund an industry. Hey, Weejub, you're welcome. Also, hello and welcome to DJ Egg, Wizard Brandon, both of our moderators for tonight. I believe I saw Jackamak as well. I did speak to Jackamak earlier, but I hope you get better soon, dude, because you sounded a bit rough. YouTube says now would be a good time to insert ads. I don't do that on live streams. I don't like it for live streams, so thank you very much anyway. If I knew that they were definitely going to be non-invasive, then maybe I would, but there we go. So how are you going to decide which train you're going to change them to, and how are you going to replace them? Are you going to use the replace vehicles tool?
So what I usually do when I play OpenTTD is actually I usually go for maximum speed, because it's a good trick of covering a long distance, right? But in this particular case, we got so many different kinds of trains, right? So I guess we have to look at the power and tractive effort as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, these particular trains are quite long. They are the longest that we can get, and it looks like what I think Brandon's done is he's put an engine on either end as well, just to make things difficult. So I'm not sure exactly whether that'll, if you do like automatic replacement, I'm not sure if it'll just replace both of them or what.
In cases like this, I would generally, I'll group them. Like if there are two train heads, I would just make a group entirely just for them.
Yeah. So one of the best ways
I've be easier to manage, but
yeah. One of the best ways I like to do it is that I like to group by shared orders in the train window. Then I create a group and I can drag the whole shared orders group into that group. Because for me, the only two reasons you need groups in OpenTTD is if you want to colour your vehicles differently, or if you want to do replacement on a subset of vehicles rather than all the vehicles in the game.
Well, it's also kind of nice and tidy.
I mean, if you like to have a nice, neat little list with some names, then sure. But that doesn't actually provide any benefit, does it? Chat wants it the snowplow, but no.
Yes, that's like saying organizing file has no benefit. Well, technically doesn't, but he also does.
Chicken Dump says use the Kirkby Paul. Trust me, it's not even in the game. We're using Iron Horse. At least I don't think it is. All right. Okay. I am definitely going to leave it to you, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and figure that out. I'm going to figure out what you've done, and then I will try and contribute in some manner. But I'm going to try and get a wood service working down here. I'm going to fund a new industry. I'm going to put it right next to the factory, the sawmill. It's going to cost £656,000. We have about £250 million pounds in the bank account, so we do not need to worry about that. Although the coverage of this sawmill's not good. I just put some more platforms in, that'll be fine. There we go. So yeah, the video I did recently, like I said, was comparing everybody who's taken part in these challenges so far with the Hog AI and what they've done in the same amount of time, and it was interesting to see how that went. So if people haven't seen that video, check it out. Yeah. All right, I think we might. I built the sawmill too far away, so we're going to need an office, and then somebody can purchase the office with Hellish points, because that's what we do. There we go. That's a pretty nice brick warehouse office. Yes, we'll put that right next to the sawmill. In fact, we'll put it inside. What do you mean, sawmill in the way? Sawmill in the way. Oh, actually, is that part of the sawmill? Oh, you know what? We'll put it there. There we go. Let's get the station labels up so I can see what's going on. There we go. It is a lot of bought land, but we're going to be building a big, complicated hub thing around here. And the last thing we want is any sort of industry popping up in the way that we weren't expecting or that we didn't want. So, there we go. That's the reason. So I guess I'm going to have to build a platform to put wood in, like a wood collection platform. Right, okay. ISR stations. There's a wood loading station. Maybe I should use like a goods station for dropping off. Seems like a goods idea. There we go. 4-track station, there we are. So now, I guess I need to use the world map to find out where all of the forests are. There's 378 forests on. Oh, they're miles away. There's none near this hub. My goodness, can I get this on the drawery thing? Here we go. So here's where I've just built my station. Nowhere near it are there any. Like, they're in a big ring around. Oh, you know what? If they're in a big ring, is that saying I need to make some sort of loop line that visits all of the forests on the way somehow? What do you reckon, chat? Yeah. Laurel says the hog has a lot more attention than we do. I would say not necessarily attention. It's the stamina. Build stamina. Because when I did my 1-to-1 challenge against the hog, it was 4 hours of building as much and as fast as I can. Yeah, chat's like, yeah, log loop, why not? Well, the reason why not is because I don't know how you'd actually transfer all of that stuff into the middle from the loop. I'm currently drawing a blank. Yeah? What about Carl? Are you two either? Do you have an idea about how I might be able to do this?
Let's see. Are you trying to bring wood to the central goods area, correct?
Yeah. There's a big ring of forests around the woods area. Steerpipe Sister says canals. There is actually a lot of water right around there, and some of them are on the coast. You know what? Oh, yeah, chat's feeling loopy line. Oh, but the problem is, like, loopy line would be interesting, but you've got so much throughput that you'd need. Like, how would you get all of that?
Lots of bypass lines.
Yeah, you'd have to have you'd have to have trains that just bypass the station all the time. I was thinking about like how you could just transfer it and keep transferring it round and keep transferring it round until it all got to one station, then you bring it in.
I feel like that could overload the train.
Exactly.
Very quickly.
Yeah. This is what I'm worried about.
You could probably, if you look at the top ones, you could probably just group 3 of them together into a central station and just make a super long train.
Okay. Chat's now coming up with a compromise. I loop it together with one railway line, but use ships to bring it in off the loop line. So presumably, I mean, it wouldn't be a loop all the way around because there's a big break in it anyway. But if I get my red drawery thing out, we could get all of these forests round here to this one, and we could get all of these forests round here to this one, and then I could ship this one in, and maybe ship that one in? Just ship them in? The big lake is tempting. I know, right?
I'm grouping double head trains.
Oh, no. Make a west and east hub and transfer the vehicle. Ah, yes! Right, well, so instead of doing it like that... Ah, yes, okay, so we get the middle one from one side and the middle one from the other side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, there isn't a middle on that side. But we'll do it in this one, right? So I'm going to use ships to bring it in from this hub, and then we'll connect these 3 into that hub there, these 2 into that hub, maybe the one that's behind my head as well, and then down here we'll do the same thing, right? So we'll have these 2 go into the hub here, we'll have the hub come in, and then these ones go into the hub. So we have a hub on either side, bring them in, rather than one great big loop. Because I don't see any way a loop would work. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a minimum forests worth of stuff going down one railway line. Yeah, cat on the keyboard. Yeah, don't cross the lines. I think I'm going to go with this plan. Right. So if I'm going with this plan, the first thing to do... Chat always knows best. Really? The first thing I'm going to do is create the... I'm going to create a connection between these 2 lakes, right? Then I'm going to create the channel for taking this wood out, okay? Then I'll bring the other wood into this wood. Cat tax, yes. And then we need to be able to ship it all the way in. So there's this little town here, Guntford, I think it is. We'll just dig past there and it'll be fine. Oh, by the way, everybody, we didn't do the Factorio last week for the community gaming. Last week? This week for the community gaming night because we had a video to record. Oh, what a video! Oh, it was great fun. It was fantastic. I'm not going to spoil it. It was brilliant. And you know what? I might release that video on Saturday. We'll see. Okay, let's have a look here. What? Oh, there's a bit of road in the way. Oh, they refused to allow me to delete the road. It's not very kind of them. Right. So we've got one forest over here. Now we need to get the other forest, which is this one. This one's already on a river network. So it would have been good if these farm trains hadn't blasted through the river network. Let's dig a little channel. And then we'll try and connect the 2 together. So we'll go from here. Like, nope, that's too close. Nope, bit more. Yeah, right. So we'll dig that channel, and then what I'll do is I'll just remove this railway line. We don't need railway lines, right?
No. Why would we need that?
Here we go. Now I'm just wondering, is that railway line electrified, and did I just mess everything up? No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Right. You wish you was there on Monday, but you was asleep? Like, just to make that worse for you, we actually had a spare slot. There was one slot where we could have had somebody else. How am I going to do this? We can't do ship tunnels. I don't know. I feel like there's a nice, neat solution for this. Yeah, it's escaping me. What did you miss? We introduced our players. We introduced a few bits and bobs. And I am trying to get wood. A lot of wood. Yes. Right, while I'm waiting for this to fill in, and Kink the bridge. Yeah, I could kink the bridge. I don't want to kink the bridge. I understand that that's the easiest thing to do. See, what I'd do is like this. Dig the channel. Then put the rail bridge in. Like this. And then hide trees because like they're always in the way in OpenTTD. And then you just do a bit of a kink like this. I'm not sure. I don't feel right about that. It feels wrong. Also, I think I just put the signals on the wrong side. Why is that? Oh no, everything's fine. Yeah. Yeah, trying to get wood. It's there we go. I think what I'll do now is over here we'll put a bit of canal in, like this. That's then where we can get our locks in. Oh, it allows you to put locks into stuff that isn't water as long as it's at sea level. Oh no, you can just put locks in. You don't require the canal either side. It puts it in for you. Okay, fair enough. You learn stuff, don't you, eh?
Poor farm that started a field there, and it's gonna get flooded.
Fine, it's a bit... Yeah. Yeah. It's not a problem. It'll be okay, maybe. Let's put our land up here. And let's get some more waterways. There we go. Boop.
There are a lot of forests, but not enough sawmills.
Sawmills? What?
Well, that's the beauty, right? You can build sawmills. It's a problem you can solve with money in this game.
And we have 300 million money, which I think is a good amount of money. A very good amount of money.
I'm currently looking at the bottom right, or rather the far right corner. There could be like a massive terminus station there, with all of the wood around it.
Let's have a look at the wood in this area. There is. Yeah, there's quite a lot of wood.
Some could be ferried, some could be trained.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of water around here. A lot of water around that area. Also, there's quite a lot in the north as well. A lot of water. But I did do a little bit of digging in the north. Towards the top. So, that reminds me, how are my buses doing? Because I've got those unbunch orders on. Oh, it looks like they're unbunching quite nicely. We still have 1 billion passengers at the docks. Yeah. You knew about the lock not needing the canals to be down, to be able to be placed for a while now. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, is that sometimes you just make assumptions and you work on those assumptions. So I would always build the canal and then put the lock in. And unless you don't do that, you'd never find out otherwise, right? Yeah. Right, what's going on now? Oh, okay, let's check in. Let's check in. Right. That coal service, how badly is it going now? Let's have a look. So if we have a look at all the trains...
I made one mistake when I switched out to trains, right?
Alright, what was that?
What would that be?
I just had the assumption that you know, the coal wagons would allow for the maximum speed of the trains, right? But they are maximum 96 kilometers per hour, and the trains can do 144. But they're still a lot better. They're a maximum reliability of like 80, I think, and there's good traction. So it's still an improvement, but it's not as good as I'd hope.
Yeah, I mean, if Stream wants to look on my screen now, they'll see all the things that can be a coal hopper. And if we organize, there's loads of them. And if we organize them by maximum speed, we got the one at the very top here, which is a maximum speed of 56 kilometers an hour, the heavy-duty bulk wagon small. And if we go right down the bottom here, then there's the 96 kilometer hour ones. So there is, and I think most of them are 96. Oh, there's a 72, 72, and then 56. So there's like 3 different classes. We already have the fastest ones. So 300 million gets you about 1,000 NVIDIA GPUs. Oh, I don't think I'd get that. So these are all running at really good reliability now. Is that what you're saying? 66%. Which train did you get?
Oh,
You got the
Dynamo, I think, right?
Yeah, the Dynamo, the AC electric Dynamo.
Yeah, so this railway was already electric. And my reasoning behind it was that it had the same top speed, a little less power, but since we're running dual trains in both front and back, but this had a little bit more traction. So I was just assuming that it would start and stop quicker, right?
Maybe. I mean, to be honest, I think that we've made a mistake here. The snowplow has 100% reliability. So, it's got to be that, right? Look at this tiny thing. Look at it. It's tiny. It's barely like 7 pixels wide. Smallest train in the universe. Maybe it has to be used in conjunction with other trains. I don't actually know. Attached to the front or rear of a train with at least one other engine. Roll. Lols, apparently. It just says lols in the roll. Let's have a look. So then we've got 98% for that one. This steam engine is a 96. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So the Dryeth is 94% reliability and still does 120 max kilometers an hour. So it's fast enough for the wagons. Has a maximum traction effort of 413, which I don't think's as good. But that maximum reliability is a lot higher. Which one?
I mean, then it comes to the point, do you want a fast cargo? Do you want bulk but slow but reliable? I guess.
Well, what you got to remember as well is that those wagons are not going to let them go any faster. So they're going to...
At that point, you pick the highest reliability, right?
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
So the reason why I didn't pick that one, even though I agree it's better, is because I was a little bit lazy, I think, right? Because I could just use replace trains to pick the Dynamo, because it was a single train, and I think that one is dual-headed, right? The Dryeth.
Yeah, looks like it, yeah. Oh, hang on, there's options for single.
Ooh.
If you click the plus symbol, there are 3 different variants. And I think... Yeah, you get less traction effort and less power, right? But the reliability stays there, the speed still stays there, it costs less, and it still has a relatively good traction effort compared to the Dynamo, which is only slightly better.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that if you get the single one of these engines, it's gonna be half the power, right? Because
you're replacing 2 still, aren't you?
Exactly.
So
you would
have...
actually get the maximum power, and
exactly
like we were saying for the dual one. So you know what, you can go in there. I created a separate group for that. So I'm sorry.
No. This is exactly why multiple people are here to collaborate, figure things out together. I mean, unless I'd have actually sat through that and had a look, I would not have known. Which group is it there? Is it...
Yeah, it's the longest name in the list. So it's Munding, Hatton, Mines, Coal, and I couldn't fit transport, obviously, right?
Oh, you're the one that did that. Okay.
You are the culprit, There we go. Right. You might pick the highest traction over the highest reliability. Well, the thing is, you only need a certain amount to get up to the top speed in a reliable amount of time, and then the rest of it is just wasted, right? So, because we have 2 engines on these... Hang on a minute, let's just check this. Yeah, because we have 2 engines on these trains, replacing it for the single version, I think might work. I'm not sure, but let's give it a go, right? Because we don't need the speed boost from the Dynamo. I can't say it now. Could I ever say it? I have no idea. Right, let's replace them and just see what happens. So now if I click this list here of trains, we should see some of these starting to change. And if they do change, we should still see one at each end. Hello, love the content. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, enjoy it here. Ah, well, I've done some Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 using OpenRCT, but I do intend to, at some point, to move on to RCT 2, which would be nice. Why not remove 1 and get the double versions? Because that's more work. I'd have to go through and change each one. This is what we were saying. Like, there's a certain amount of laziness that comes with this. you got to trade off the effort. Yes, we can see one of them has changed here. It's actually ever so slightly shorter, but it is now going along the world at a good 96 kilometers an hour, doing a perfectly fantastic job. Yeah. If you like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, you might like my locomotion video, because I reference Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 quite a bit in there.
So Hellish, just to check, did you double check so the length is still fine? So they're not too long?
It's actually microscopically shorter, so it's fine.
Oh, that's perfect. I was actually going to ask you, because you were talking in the beginning about starting a line to the North Good sub. I like doing long lines. Do you want me to start something like that?
I mean, we need a hub at either corner before we do the lines between them. So that's not ready yet. But if you want to do another long line for another purpose, feel free. I mean, what you could potentially do is we have our passenger network. If you build a long line from there across the world to some other place, maybe we can have multiple passenger networks springing off that line or something. I don't know. What do you think?
That's a good idea. I'll look into that.
Yeah, there's one main north to south, correct? From what is this called? Glendatton. I'm not gonna attempt to read that again. That's a weird name.
Oh no. All these ships are so slow. Oh no, what do I do? They're all pretty terrible. Oh, actually, that one is ridiculously slow, but so cheap. That one's only slightly slower, but can carry more. And doesn't have a speed penalty for being on a river. So I'm going for that one. The hog really liked the cheap boats. I know, right? Hence the thumbnail. Interesting story. That video was tracking as average on my YouTube channel for the first 26 hours or so. Changed the title and thumbnail. Woomph, shot up. Didn't change the video in the slightest. But changed the title and thumbnail. Views just, completely skyrocketed. Which, I don't know. It feels, I don't, it's the part of the job that I'm not as fond of. I just want to make great content. I don't want to have to sell the content, if that makes sense. Maybe I need like a marketing team, but for that I'd need money. We don't have the budget for that. There we go. Right, we've got a brand new ship. We're going to say full load here, go to the dock, unload here, go to the dock, and then it'll reloop. I've just noticed the ones that I've just made, I didn't put a full load order on, so they're actually already on their way. So I will put a full load order on there and get one of them to turn around. Having to sell your creative output is the worst. Yeah, I've had a lot of yeah, and it seems to be very difficult at the moment. Small tangent here. For you mean it's SEO? Kind of. It's more involved than that. But yeah, I've had a lot of contact from artists, digital artists, over the last 8 months or so, and they're all looking for work. But I've struggled to actually work with any of them. There's certain criteria I have that need to be met that I haven't found just yet. And also the biggest problem that I've had with a lot of them is just lack of professionalism. Things like hounding me for responses to messages. Like if I'm stopped working, or if I'm not working, or if I have to go out on the school run, like I'll come back to messages and there'll be multiple messages saying, "Are you there? Are you there? You go out?" And I'm like, you don't hassle your potential client, and things like that. It's a shame because it feels like a lot of these people might have a tremendous skill, but they've got no experience with dealing with people in a professional manner or environment. And unfortunately, I need that. I can't be working with somebody who's going to take time for me to, what's the word? Like work around. I need somebody who's going to be on the job. Because the idea is for them to save me time so I can work on the other things, not cost me time. Artistic temperament, mate. I don't think it's just that. It's not just that. The other things is just, it just screams, lack of professional experience, to be honest. There we go. Right, here we go, everybody. I'm going to be getting a lot of wood, I hope. We will see. Also, I'm not going to build the station the wrong way around and excite you all. Local authority hate me. Brilliant, of course they do. Right, so Carl's been playing around with a few bits and bobs, including engines and things. What you been up to?
I'm looking for new passenger line locations. Kinda. I'm just working on slowly increasing the passenger line until I figure out how I want to approach the right corner, I guess.
Okay, so are you working with the Network 3000 area, or?
Network 3000 area, that's a good question, let me check.
That's the big kind of like passenger nexus kind of mainline thing that we've got going on at the minute, or?
Oh, no, not really. I'm towards... Where did I just build the station? I lost it.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
You need to hire an artist for that dedication. Most are going to be doing occasional work for a lot of customers. Not 27 on call. I think you might have misinterpreted what I said. Yeah. I think the phrase, to be honest, is interesting. Aren't you honest in other ways? That's a funny way of interpreting it. When I use the frame, to be honest, I don't mean honesty. I mean bluntly. To be plain, to be blunt, to be simple, to not sugarcoat it. That's the way in which I use that phrase. Yeah. Right. I've managed to do two wood places, but I'm going to do a whole bunch more. So I'm looking here. I think what I might do is I've got 4 forests over here, and I've got 6 tracks. So if we...
I found it.
Yeah. I'm going to make it bigger if I can.
Okay, so transfer you. I'm sorry it took so long. I kind of lost the place. The map is really big. No, I'm not. I'm now expanding the 3000 group. It's the smaller one to its right. There's like a 4-town long road, so a long train line, with metro lines going to nearby towns. I'm slightly adding to that, hopefully.
You're talking about the electric line with that goes to 4 towns with the metro things. Ah, right, yeah, that's cool.
Yes, that one. Yeah, I saw a big-ish town and a good place to put a rail, like right on the edge of it. So
Hang on a second. Chat wants me to bribe. We're going to do some bribing. There we go. Bribing has been completed. There we go. So, I'm going to make some pretty simple lines for the dropping off of these of the wood, but I'm going to do it so. Oh, I've messed it up already. So that the trains can like share the station from either end. So, fingers crossed, there'll be no train crashes. Oh, something I forgot to tell you all. I have mentioned it on the Discord to some people, but I wrote a script, and it's now part of the series. Okay, so if you go to game script, you can see that we're using the Master Hellish stat tracker. Okay, yes, I wrote a script for OpenTTD. It doesn't make me a dev, and basically what this does is it gives you a whole bunch of stats about the game. So if we go into the debug screen, you can see that every game period it's spitting out these statistics. So we had 772 vehicles in period 45, but by period 47 that was 776. It's gone up. We've had 2 trains destroyed, and it says there are 1,792 towns on the map and 3,264 industries. So these stats will be tracked throughout the entire season now. Isn't that cool? And if you want to be able to track the stats in your game, you can install this stat tracker script. And there's a link to my Git repo where you can get it from and my other stuff. You can find that link on my Linktree or on my website. Definitely not a dev. I have never contributed to the main source code of OpenTTD yet. This town is completely and utterly in the way. I don't know what I'm going to do. Although, how many have I got to go to? I've only got to go to 3. Oh no, there's a 4th one. Oh, this town. Right, I need to get this town to like me, right? So we're going to bribe them until there's a bus service. Right. And then hopefully that bus service will help them like me. And then I'll blow everything up. I can't remember the reasons for like what makes the town rating change. I just can't remember. I'm gonna have a quick look. No, I'm not looking at the code before anybody gets clever. Like, it's called the local authority rating. Thing is, I've been playing this game for so long now, you would expect that I actually know a few things about it. Right, ratings are in the game mechanics page, and it says the rating goes up by 5 if it's less than 200 every month. The rating goes up by 12 for each station that's transferred cargo in the last 50 days. The rating goes down by 15 for each station that has not transferred cargo in the last 50 days. Right. Is that limited to a certain number of stations? I don't know. But basically, adding stations gets your rating to go up quicker. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just also purchase the land directly in front of the station. Hopefully that doesn't annoy the town too much. There we go. How sure are you're not a dev? I'm pretty sure. I'm at least... Oh, what's the quote? 98.7% sure I'm not a dev? Or something like that. Right then. So, I've done one side, and I've kind of got the other side started. So, which of my... Oh no, I've just noticed there's not more forests next to the forest. Okay, what am I going to do about this? I think we're going to have to do Forest 1, Forest 2, Forest 3. I think these ones are probably just too far for now. So we'll do one line each and everything will be fine. Yeah, why not? Here we go. This is where I try and go into overdrive. There's an industry in the way. It's fine. We'll do a little kink. We need to do a kink anyway because the forest isn't straight. So let's get a. Oof. Let's get the industry in. Supplies wood. That's what I like to see. 3 by 10. What do you mean flat land required? Did I crash into a bit of land? Yes, I did. Let's try again. 3 by 10. There we go. Oh, I need to check the polarity of the railway line because I think we agreed we were doing it the way that I'm not used to. Yes, we did. Trains are driving on the left. Right. Left, right. Oh my goodness, I can't keep track of this. I hope you two are okay with driving on the right-hand side of the track.
That's
Yeah, you could say
that's
that.
that's what I usually do, right? But my recent games that I played with my dad, he actually prefers on the left-hand side, so I might get confused as well.
I mean, this is my normal direction, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, okay. It's alright for you, isn't it, eh? There we go. Signals in. Right, I am pretty sure I've done them the right way around. If I haven't, then it's DJ Egg's fault. Right,
One thing that is really annoying is I'm so used to... I'm gonna keep talking about Factory, I'm sorry about this. I'm so used to it that the rail placement is really annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it's not too bad though. It's okay.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine, but sometimes... Where if you, like... Yeah.
I was going to say, it's not as bad as a locomotion. Locomotion, you can't click and drag. Every square you have to click a button to lay one little piece of track. And whilst it's great for intricate bits, it's not great for the rest. Right. Now I've done one line. It doesn't have any depots, and I can't remember what I'm doing. I think what I will do is I'll do depots on the track before the station, just double depots. Right. There we go. That will probably do. Oh, now I have to decide what train I'm using. Oh, you know what? I'll use exactly the same as what we were using. We just made the decision for the other end. Except the only difference is that this entire thing needs to be electrified railway. And now it is. There we are. As easy as that. Yeah. Buying land deletes trees. Yes, it does. Which then gets you negatively affected with them. Right. So which engine was it? It was the... Ah, there we go. Yeah. I'm going to use the standard one with the 2 at the front. Then we're going to go for wood. And I'm going to... Oh, God, there's quite a few different wood trucks. No, we're not ordering by reliability. Let's order by cargo capacity. So the log carrier is the most. And it is also one of the fastest. And it appears to be one of the cheapest. Oh no, it's not the cheapest to buy. The running costs are not too bad. Yeah, let's go with that. The log carrier. So we're doing length 10 trains. So I can get to length 9.8 apparently. Full load there. Come down here. That's going to have to be a transfer and leave empty order. Good job I remembered that. We'll get 3 of them, send them on the way. There we go. What's the point in the train speed if it can't use it? Well, you might not want the train speed, but you definitely want the traction effort and the reliability. The pulling power. It's the getting up to that top speed, right? Right then. So, the next one... This one's going to be pretty interesting to do. I am going to do the track before I do the station. Because I normally build the station and then try and figure out how I'm going to squish the track in. But I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to work out where I want the track and then place the station. Could this be a new way that I start doing things? Probably not. There we go. Now, because it's a row station, we've got signals on the end. It is electrified railway. I'm just, for some reason, it's not showing it. Have I got it hidden? I've got it hidden. I didn't mean to hide it. You assume there are better wagons later? Probably, yeah. If the train cars have their own speed limits enabled, they do increase as the game progresses and you unlock new cars. Don't know for sure. No idea. This is because we are using Iron Horse, and I am relatively inexperienced with Iron Horse. So, pass. Right then. I'm going to come up this hill, and then we need a kink. So, let's do that. There we go. Signals down the line. The number of people that comment on my shorts, oh, I didn't know you could control drag the signals down the line. And I'm like, ooh, you've been placing signals down the line or just dragging signals down the line? That's harsh. Like,
Sorry,
Oh yeah, thank you for showing that, by the way.
15 years, Hellish. 15 years, and then I saw your video on that.
And everybody's like, oh my goodness, you can do that? And I'm like, yeah, you can do that. That's not the most common thing, though. The most common question at the moment is, what game is this? Which surprises me for more than one reason. The main reason it surprises me, because I expect people who is watching my shorts, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, people in my kind of demographic would probably know what the game is. It surprises me that they don't know what the game is. And the second reason why it surprises me is because it says. It says in the post, in both the title of the post, in the description, and in the tags. It usually says it 3 or 4 times in various different ways. So that usually surprises me when people I'll just have no idea what the game is either. I need more ships. Alright, okay, how are we doing over here? Oh, need more ships. I need more ships even at the one I haven't built the railway station at yet. People can't stand to read the descriptions of the shorts, it seems. Very much so. I don't know what my stance should be on it. ER chat, you tell me. Do you think I should just say read description? Or do you think I should answer the question? Or do you think I should ignore them? It's like, it took them longer to write their comment, to ask the question, than what it would have done just to have read the first bit of the description and to get the answer of what they needed to know.
I guess it comes from many channels just not putting details, especially in shorts.
Maybe it's a platform thing now. Yeah. Shorts have descriptions. Yeah, yeah. Right, announcing points seem to... announcing points doesn't work. What? Announcing points. Hang on a minute. We're missing the widget.
I'm at least 98.3% sure I'm not an OpenTTD
up now.
dev.
I forgot to turn the widget on. So there's Chegzo Kid making the sound effect. What's next?
I'm at least 98.3%
Oh, no.
sure I'm not an OpenTTD dev.
There's this. There's Steerpike Sisters version. What's next? A viewer plus
New
subscriber.
viewer plus subscriber. Fantastic.
Fantastic. We like to see that. More viewer plus subscribers, more support, more games, more videos, all that sort of thing. What's next after that? Is it somebody announcing their points?
Fantastic.
Oh, no. Laurelil's bought the office. Oh, we have to name the office after Laurelil. Oh, yeah.
Here is something I forgot. How do you remove a signal from the railway?
You can hold control whilst got the signal tool,
Fantastic.
or you can press you can press R to toggle that.
It's R. Okay, thank you very much. I keep forgetting about the keybind. It's such an elusive one as well. Everything is control, but this one is R.
There we go. There's Laurelil's office. I missed what that last one was. If anybody can help me out. OpenTTD doesn't sound like the name of a game. I suppose there is that. I feel like the description on YouTube Shorts is very unintuitive to open. Yeah, maybe. You're the admin of a Facebook page where you get people asking questions that are answered on the very page they're posting their comment. Usually, yeah. You get a screenshot with the info, yeah. Maybe they kind of mean, what does OpenTTD stand for? No, they literally have no clue. People are like, is this Theotown? Is this a OpenRCT mod? Or something like that. And they're not hard to find. You just press the text. Yeah, what is OpenTTD? I have no idea. Oh, somebody bought the name of a train. That was it. That was the thing that's missing there. Right. So, I'm going to spin the wheel.
Well, it's hardly rocket science, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
it is rocket science. What we're doing is we're naming all of these cargo zones after viewer plus subscribers. So Duaris got their name down here for the one at the bottom. We haven't named this one yet. We haven't started building in the East Goods hub, but we're going to spin the wheel on those people. So I'm spinning it on viewer plus subscribers who are actually live in the chat right now. And we'll see who comes up. Okay, so we got Tech Hammer, Ansi, Steerpipe Sisters, all in the list there. These are all viewer plus subscribers who have said something in chat today, and we are naming it after Ouija. Yeah. There we are. Thomas says I wanted to buy the office, but it was already taken. You'll have to wait for the next office. Yeah. 90% of the tech support work is people not reading or learning. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I think the general. I mean, I've briefed my. If you call it Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, more would know, but that'd be wrong. That'd be incorrect. TTD is not an abbreviation for Transport Tycoon Deluxe. The name is TTD. So to actually call it Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe would be incorrect. So we're not going to go down that route, even though it might help them. I refuse to go down the incorrect route. What I do, I tell my moderators is don't tell anybody something they can find out themselves. Just point them to it. So if somebody wants to know some information that's on a particular page on my website, give them the link to the page. Don't tell them the answer. So it's like the answer's there. Here you go. And hopefully that will just generally make things better overall in the grand scheme of things. Right, I already own it. I don't want to own it. I want to name this after Ouija. There we are. I don't think Ouija's got their name of the game. Let's have a quick look at the sign list. Nope, they don't. Right, okay. So, there we go.
Yeah, the town is growing. Let's go.
Town's growing? That's always a good idea. How are my trains doing? Are they loading? They're empty? Hang on, let's bring the loady symbols back. Yes, one of them is loading. Wow, really slowly. Oh, that's a terrible forest. That's like one of the worst ones I've seen. 68 tons of wood. Yeah. And then I think what we'll do is we'll have the next one go here. And then once I've done this side, we'll go and check in on how you two are getting on. How are you two getting along? Is it going okay? Is Is it being painful? Is it confusing? Is it joyous?
It's absolutely lovely here, but I totally did something else than I was supposed to.
What did you do?
No, but I got inspired by your wood network. So I looked at the list of the factories and the industries that produce the most, and then I found like one of the woods that produce a lot of wood, right? And then I started making ships from that one to a nearby sawmill. But then I realized that this is very close to the North Goods Hub. So I'm thinking of actually keeping this temporarily, but then creating a train station and shipping everything up to the North Goods Hub. If we are thinking about creating a sawmill there.
Yep, definitely going to have a sawmill there. So I can see. I think I can see where you're shipping. You've got your dock here. You've got another dock there, and you're taking it to this sawmill. And there's all this open water. There's no reason at all why we can't just build a big channel that goes like right past Brenningley, right up to Maddingtown, up to the North Goods Hub, and just like ship the whole area up there.
Absolutely. My original idea was actually creating like a transfer station somewhere between Granway-on-Sea and Slarhill or New Grenston, and then just loading all of the wood from the different ships there, and then going by train up to the North Goods Station.
You know what? That's even better. That's the way it should have been done. I was wrong. I was very wrong. No.
No.
Bad of me to even suggest that we dig a massive channel through the hillside just to use ships when we could have used trains. Definitely should use trains.
I like both ideas, but I am also kind of a speed guy, and I also like transferring stuff. I don't know why I like transferring stuff.
It can be fun. It adds extra dynamics to the whole situation.
About that, there's one thing I was thinking about. Why is it that we're not, or like you haven't chosen to use cargo discs for this?
Well, we did cargo disc in season 10, and we've also done some experiments with cargo disc with other things as well. And the general conclusion with cargo disc seems to be that the only way to do cargo disc is to avoid the cargo disc, and then it becomes pointless having cargo disc.
Oh.
So for those of you who don't know who's watching, cargo disc is cargo distribution, where the cargo that is at a station has a destination of where it wants to go on the network. Now, it will only ask to go to places that are possible. So if you haven't got a route going somewhere, then it won't pop up. It won't be a thing, right? But if any part of your network is connected to any other part of your network, and they can get from somewhere to somewhere else, even if they have to like get off at a station and get on somewhere else, I think, then they'll do it. That'll become an option. And you end up with trains full of loads of people that want to go to lots of different places that aren't where you are. And it causes issues in terms of profit and things like that. Sometimes it depends on how you design your networks, and this is what I'm getting around to right now. So the only way it seems to have efficient cargo disk networks is just to avoid the cargo disk and have one-to-one lines and microscopic networks, so people can't get from point A to point H. They have to go to B, and B is the only option. And therefore, you've now just circumvented cargo distribution. There's no point in playing with cargo distribution. That's what we've found. I'm interested to hear what you think.
I've only had a single game using cargo discs, so I didn't know it existed until a month ago, and for the last 15 years I've been playing without it. So.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that's essentially the long and short of it. Cargo distribution seems to just like mess up the game in a certain way, and the only way around it is to avoid the cargo distribution itself, and then you may as well just play without the setting enabled. I don't know if there's any. I mean, if you want to go with the kind of role-play narrative, then that's the reason to play with cargo distribution. But a lot of people are relatively profit-focused, and you're just not going to get the profits, especially with complex networks. Like if we had cargo distribution turned on, and this passenger network on stream, the Network 3000 passenger network, we would have pretty much every train would have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like about 15 different sets of passengers wanting to go to different places, and that doesn't even count the bus stations that are connected to the train stations. They're just the train stations. There is a word for it, and I can't think of a family-friendly version, but it's a little bit of a mess. But it can be fun. It depends, like I say, it depends on your playstyle and what you want to do, which is why I was curious as to, oh, I did a station the wrong way around. Chat is so going to pull me up on that. Every time. Why can't I just build it the right way around? It's the first one I've messed up this stream, though, so. That's something, at least, I suppose.
Also, the really nice thing about OpenTTD in general, I think, is that it allows for multiple different playstyles, right? It's the same game, right? But if you like to play something like Cargo Dist, it's an option, right? So.
Oh yes, very much so. And there's even different game modes now with some people who are coding certain things in certain things. That are going to be videos coming out on Saturday. Yeah, yeah. No,
that's not crypted at all.
No. Is anybody? There's approximately 14 people that know what I'm talking about. The recording.
Are you talking about a developer that is not a developer, or?
Yeah. So a developer that isn't a developer developed something, and then a bunch of people came and did something on Monday, and I made it into a video. And I mean, somebody made it into a video, and it could be very interesting when it comes out on Saturday.
I'm booking Saturday in my calendar right now.
It's late Saturday. It's late. So it's like 6 o'clock UK time, so it's towards the evening in the UK, which is when my videos come out. But what I will spoil one tiny little bit of this. Okay, the only thing I'm going to spoil from this video is that somebody said, you know what? If you play OpenTTD how you're supposed to play OpenTTD, you will fail. Something along those lines. So basically, if you go into the game and try and play it properly, it won't work. It goes wrong. You can't. Which was interesting.
That sounds like a challenge to me, right?
Oh yes, it's part of the challenge series. There we go. Right, oh my goodness. Will cargo distribution... The chat is still on about cargo distribution. Will cargo distribution take into account the containers that fall off the side of the ship mid-ocean? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the only thing they want to do. Do we have a counter? We should have a counter, but I think the moderators are asleep. Let's have a look. Counters. Hellish messed up this stream. Station's the wrong way around. This stream. There we go. Oh, it is set to 1. There we go. Yeah, rivers destroyed in season 12. We haven't been counting that. I don't know why we haven't been counting that, but we just haven't been counting. Right, so I've now set up 4 woods on the side of my wood. Now, to go the other way, I need to delete the town, which I'm now currently doing. They refuse to allow me to delete any more. But that's fine. I'm working on it. Sounds like Cargo Dish makes it closer to Simutrans. I mean, the thing is in OpenTTD, I mean, Simutrans, from what I understand, has relatively small sort of building area, right? So you haven't got, well, what we got on this map, 3,000 plus industries where stuff is wanting to go to stuff if you connect it up. So there we go. Right, folks, just to shout a couple of things out. There are 125 of you watching right now. I'm feeling a bit flamboyant. I think that's the word. Is that the word? if we get up to 135 viewers, I will do a game giveaway. And who's been bribing?
It's not
Come
me.
on. Which one of you? Which
I'm
one
sorry.
of you? There's only 3 of us, and I wasn't even looking at the screen when that popped up.
I attempted something. It did not work. Sorry.
There we go. Oh, you got caught out there. All right.
It's kind of harsh by the game to show that particular pop-up to everyone, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Not only did it show to everyone, I zoomed in on it. No, we're zoomed, and you know what? I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to get my pink pen out, and I'm going to draw a nice, neat box around the text. There we go. Just so everybody can.
Have you got a stat for that? Like how many times we've been caught?
No, you see, that's not something that's available in the API for the scripting. Funny story, actually. Oh no, I can't tell that story yet. Damn.
No, because
Never
you're
mind.
not a developer, right?
Yeah, no. There's something I could tell you about the API and stuff, but it would give too much away about other things. Yeah, you can now build another station. Yeah, the rating has gone to poor. I don't want to build a station. I'm going to use this station, and I'm going to come out the other end of it. But all the buildings are in the way. So I'm going to just do as much of this as I can, like this, and just connect up everything else. So I'm going to start here. We're going to have standard signals for... Oh, I messed that up.
That is a massive station.
It's pretty big. You can do bigger. I believe the station spread is 15 by 15. Just checking the signals on the other side. If I do this correctly, there won't be any train crashes, but we'll see. Don't give too much away. I'm not giving anything away. The only thing I'm giving away that I said I would say is the bit that I said about if you play OpenTTD properly, it just doesn't work. That's all I'm saying. September 3. There we go. Right, now, this one is the return
Of the Jedi.
brain. I can't do this. I can't keep these signals going around the wrong way. Why did I decide to let DG Egg talk me into having the signals go around the other way this season? The things that I let people do. There you go. Oh, by the way, some people, somebody mentioned the intro to the stream. I actually left that on there by accident. That was supposed to be only there for the first stream. But when you create a stream, you can copy an existing stream and adjust all the settings. And that's a setting right down at the bottom, and I accidentally left it on. But some people don't believe it's Spiff. Some people think it's like an AI-generated voice or something. Which is interesting. It's interesting. The amount of skepticism that comes out of the modern internet, eh? Right. Tunnels. We've got tunnels. I mean, I'd like ship tunnels. I've actually got a small list of things I would like in OpenTTD. I might even make a video about that. Right. Could give the viewer plus a sneak peek. No. 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 Oh, right. Though, having said that, if you want a sneak peek at the video, there is a way to do it. You need to be part of the preview team. And at the moment, we have a space available in the preview team. It's a small group of people who I often give the link to videos to early, and they get to have a look at the video and provide any feedback or, shout out any mistakes I've made. And if I've made any big mistakes, I'll correct them and re-upload the video before then it goes out to the public. So it's kind of like a little bit of a quality control in return for getting early access to some of my main videos. So if that's something that might interest you, get in touch with me on Discord and perhaps we can hook you up. Right. So how many hill segments am I going down? Too many. No, so I've got to join this piece of railway track here, across there, through that iron ore mine. Oh, that's terrible. Actually, if I deliberately go right under that iron ore mine, I might be okay. Right, I'm avoiding building this line now. I'm gonna come and have a look at what you guys have been up to. Right, let's go over first to the passenger network because I just know where it is to scroll to. Now at this end, it looks like nothing's changed too much. Have you expanded the line further beyond where it was previous? Oh, hang on. There's some junctions now. Oh, I see. Now, I'm at least 98.3% sure I'm not an OpenTTD dev.
If you're talking about the terrible trombone, if you're looking someone to blame,
yeah, why not? Let's say that. No, where is it gone? I've lost it now. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So I'm not quite sure what this is all about. It looks like a broken half clover leaf on a corner.
So here's the thing, I was just planning on making a little short stop at the station to the south, but turns out that south station is a direct pass-through station. There's no crossover. So I had to make a crossover, but that could limit the throughput through there. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make a loop.
Oh, that loop there?
Shouldn't really, yeah.
I mean, there is a relatively straightforward way to resolve this issue if you wanted to. So you're talking about New Woodbourne Bridge Woods. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the one that. Wait, your stream is a bit. Like, there's delay in it, so.
Yeah, there is delay. Yeah, it's delay. I've just added a bit of track that would, in theory, just completely resolve the issue. The problem is, I think it might require extra signals for it to work. The unproblem is that they already exist. Like, the space to put them in exists. So I'm mostly showing chat, but in theory, I think this would allow trains to come in, turn around, and go back down the other line without too much of a problem.
Yeah, that could. I just wasn't sure if it would affect the throughput, and I just didn't want to try it out.
Yeah. I mean, it would affect the throughput slightly. Also, there's a bit of a gap between like the junction and but there we go. We've got all sorts of people flying in the chat. Hello, welcome everybody. Is there a time frame that you would need to preview the videos within, or is there leeway video to video? It depends on my schedule. Sometimes I'll drop a video in and I'll say, hey, I'm putting this video out tomorrow. Does anybody have anything to say about it? Or sometimes I'll put a video in there and say, hey, this is going out next week. Does anybody have anything to say about it? Yes, you've had 15 Discord messages. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, okay, bear with me a second. I need to mark a message as unread because I accidentally looked at it, and if I leave it as unread, if I leave it as read, I'll never go back to it and answer it. There we go. Right, so we've got some expansions to this rail network, which is cool. I wonder if it would be possible to adapt the station at the end so that instead of a terminus, it goes through and on to further cities. Maybe that's something somebody might have a go with at some point in the future. Right, now, let's take a look at these shipping. What's going on? Have we got a railway in? No, we haven't got a railway in. Are you continuing to get more ships in for the wood at the top?
Oh yeah, I'm working on the railway right here. It's New Gruston Woods, right?
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I see. You're going from there. Okay, cool.
So it's, you know what? You reminded me that we're actually doing right-hand side drive here. So my original design I had to reinvent, but you know, I'm not super happy with the design, but you know.
Excuse me, chat. A bit of a yawn came from somewhere there, but yeah, interesting. Oh, I see. So you split your line out into two, so that they can queue up and go round. But then you have more signals later on. All right, okay.
So, as I said, I originally thought of this as a left-hand side Canal drive thing, and then obviously you mentioned again that we're doing right-hand side. So I had to kind of change it, and I'm not super happy, but we'll see how it works, right? Unless you have an improvement idea here.
I mean, you're not going to get sacked. If you build one railway line that's the opposite way around to all the others, it'll just be that everybody that comes to ever have a look and modify it will be like, oh my goodness, no, this one's the other way. You know. So,
no, but I actually, I'm not too displeased with this. I'm just displeased with the amount of time that I've spent on it, I think. I think it might work, but maybe you have some idea on how
No, that looks like it'll work no problem to me. The only thing that I would do, right, is you've got a kink to go out and round a come under. Oh no, hang on, it's the other way around. Oh god, I'm doing it backwards now. So it comes out the station and then it turns left, goes up a hill, and turns left again immediately. And that is what will slow a train down because you turn in the same direction twice within a train length. So really, ideally, you need a train length there before you then kink inwards. Yeah, that's it. So you're going to end up with a bit of separation between your two lines for a little bit, and then you can bring yourself over. That should avoid the corner slowdown, but that's the only little improvement I can think of at the moment that would potentially help.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And now we have double slopes here as well. That's,
surprised that adding the crossover didn't cause a train crash. That's a good point, actually. It probably could have done. It's fine. Surprised because Hellish built over the signal. Oh, there was a signal there. Oh, that's even worse. Never mind. I shouldn't use that game setting. There's a game setting, so when you build track, it'll just build over signals. But there we go. There was a train waiting. Oh, no. Oh, how do you keep having fun in OpenTTD? You tend to get bored after making a city grow and getting unlimited money. I mean, we have lots of different scenarios. We've done lots of different maps with different targets in mind. Playing with people rather than by yourself is also a lot more fun. We've got certain challenge maps where things are different in different ways. So I'm just going to come in here and ruin this.
Please do.
There you go. Oh god, that's not going to solve the problem either. It's just it matches the other bit, you know? Are you with me? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, spend the money. Also play with harder settings, like turn infrastructure maintenance on, crank up the settings for purchasing vehicles and stuff. There's scripts for doing for doing different town development, like we did in Season 10. There are so many different things, apart from just playing the base game with the base kind of mindset, that you can do. Industry sets, that's another one. Yeah. Harder gameplay doesn't necessarily make things interesting, says Brandon. That is true. I think it depends on the kind of player you are. I'm the kind of player that gets satisfaction from overcoming challenges. You overcome the challenge, you get satisfaction from that, and then that's a good thing. Whereas a lot of other people, that's not always the case. Right, I'm going to very quickly go through the news because there's some interesting things, including some OpenTTD news coming up. So listen out for this, and then we'll get back to building railway lines. So, we currently have a game giveaway going on at the moment for RimWorld. If you want to take part in that, you need to go to portal.masterhellish.net. There is a Christmas party-a-thon stream on Saturday the 13th of December, starting from 3 o'clock UK time. So make a note of that because we're having a public game of OpenTTD. In addition to other party games, we've got game giveaways, there might be confetti cannons and other things. So come along to that. We're going to have, like I said, giveaways, but also store discounts and other stuff going on as well. Probably actually some new things on the store at the same time. The Master Hellish OpenTTD server recently reset today, so if you want to take part of that, all the information's on the Discord, along with stuff about joining other bits, including the community gaming nights. So make sure you know about the party-a-thon happening on Saturday the 13th, and keep an eye out for Saturday's special OpenTTD video, which involves a script which I handwrote. I think that's all I'm going to say on the situation. Nice guitars, by the way. Thank you very much. I don't play them. I used to when I was a kid, a little bit, and then I hung them up as something that I was going to come back to later in life when I had more time. And then I had 2 kids.
That is like the biggest betrayal of this whole stream.
So it's still going to happen. I intend to pick up the guitars later in life. It's just going to be a little bit later than I originally planned. So they're hanging up there as almost artwork. They're decorative pieces until the future. Right then, I'm going to carry on building this railway line now. The one that I was avoiding. There we go. Oh, I did promise something actually at some point on a video. I think I said if we got more than a certain amount of likes, then I'd do like some sort of interview with the developer of the Hog AI. Did I promise that? I feel like I promised that. Does that ring a bell with anybody? Anybody who knows my videos better than me? Because I've forgotten. Oh no.
I would actually love an interview like that, so I don't know, but I'm gonna say yes, so we get the interview.
Oh yeah, of course, that's how it goes, isn't it? Eh?
Hog AI, that's the new one, right?
It's about 2.5 years old now, I think.
Oh.
But in the grand scheme of OpenTTD, that's new, right?
Yeah, because I remember you did a video of it, right, recently? Recently-ish, I think.
Yeah, so there's a few videos that feature it in different ways. There's a video where I take on it head-to-head to see if I can do better than it in a map. Then the video that came out this week was the Season 12 map. This game that we've been playing put up against the Hog had a go at it. And that was the video that I did recently. In fact, I've got the button here that will show you that. It's this video down here. The AI did what video? That's the Season 12 map that it played with, the one that we're doing now. There was a thread for questions on the Discord. That's true. But did I... Oh, here we go. I said it needed 2K likes, and it's only got 1.5. Oh, so I don't have to do it. Okay, brilliant. There we go then. I don't have to uphold that commitment by the sounds of it.
By the way, I watched that video and I was surprised that the AI actually started with ships. That's
yes. That's a semi spoiler. I mean, anybody who's looked at the thumbnail and thought about it would probably got that. But I was very surprised as well. I was very surprised. There was a few surprises, and I won't say any others, but that was definitely one of the big surprises for me. There was one other thing that I was more surprised about, but I'll leave the viewer to figure out what that might be. Right.
Yeah, one of my ideas was actually to implement all of the strategies from the AI, but that didn't really feel unique to this gameplay, so...
Yeah. Oh,
interesting.
Steerpipe Sister hates me now. Well, after I give you that brilliant care package on the Minecraft server? Oh, I don't know. The things you do for your community, then they hate you. Yes, for those of you who don't know, because people very often miss this sort of thing. We have a Minecraft server. It's for the viewer plus subscribers, so it's one of the perks. I did once get a message from somebody saying that, oh God, what was it? They was accusing me of paywalling my stuff, and I was like, well, you can look at it like that if you like, but also think of it like this: all of my main content is free and available for you to just watch at any time you like online, like completely free. I don't charge. Like, it's all there. All my content's there. Like, but for me to be able to do what I do, I need the support of the community. So they get a few extra perks if they choose to do that. I think they deleted the comment, which surprised me a little bit, to be honest. Every now and then I get a message from somebody and I'm like, oh, but yeah, this, and then they delete the comment. because like either there's been a misunderstanding and or they didn't realize something, and then they feel like, oh dear, maybe I want to backtrack on this a little bit. I'll go back to those comments just to make sure that they've understood what I'm saying and that they're happy with the response that I've given. And there doesn't need to be any further clarification, or maybe I misunderstood what they said or anything like that. And sometimes they just they decide that they want to retract their statement. I think. There we go. It's very rare that I actually have to just like ban people from the channel, which is lovely. It's so nice having a fantastic community. It's so nice that I'm the kind of content creator where I can just turn around to the community and say, hey, you want to come and join me? And people just come on and play the game with me. Just like these two are doing right now. And we're going to find out exactly what they're building very soon. Although I have just lost some trains.
Yeah, folks, you're gonna see what's the difference between someone who actually plays OpenTTD like professionally, I guess, someone who has 15 years of experience, and someone who only has 100 hours.
Oh no! Well, apparently I actually called myself a pro once, and one of the comments was like, "Yeah, pro," and I was like, "Well, actually, by the actual definition of the word professional, you know, this is my job. This is what I do. So yes, technically, I'm a professional." But I can't remember. Yes, I've just made a massive mistake. The transfer station isn't connected to the ship. There you go. That's the massive mistake. It's not actually transferring.
I've played 15 years, but that doesn't mean I'm any good at it, right?
Oh, it doesn't stretch to the docks either. Oh, I built it the wrong way round again. Oh no, there's so much wood waiting there. Oh, I've messed this up 7 different ways. And there's also another thing that I've done wrong.
Are these invalid orders yours?
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. Everything's fine.
Just checking that it's okay.
Oh, it's definitely not okay. I did wonder why these ships aren't doing much, but it's okay. I've fixed everything now. I've linked the dock to the station. These trains seem to be wandering off. They're just disappearing. They're figuring things out. I'm figuring things out. I think I built the trains in the wrong depot for a start. That wasn't the right thing to do because it was on the wrong line. Oh dear. It's okay. I'm having one tonight. Oh no. Right. RIP stations. Don't worry, it's all fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. You're a programmer? Is that grammar? Signals may be off on the last station. Signal missing at the exit, you think? Let's have a look. Yeah, signals are missing the exit. That's fine. Boop, boop, boop. Done. Nice. Right. So, I think we're okay.
This pass-through station is over capacity, and there's no way to upgrade it.
So, which station?
The one I was... You know the loop I made?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember the bypass the return track you made? That's kind of over capacity. It's backing up now. And I don't see a easy way to upgrade that, like add more lanes. Other than adding to the right side, which is...
Oh, what, the
really
station
viable.
itself is at capacity, you think?
Yeah. Because from time to time, I see like 4 trains backed up.
Okay, what we could potentially do is improve the thing that I did. So I did a bad, and we could make it a good. And one of the ways we could do that is with a bridge, right? So if I delete the line, and yeah, we're going for something serious now, right? And then from here, we'll do a bridge that is this long. Right.
Oh, you're gonna pass it under. Ah, I see. I think.
There we go. So now we've got an entrance that goes in, and if they want to exit out, they can do, but they don't cross back onto the line they came in on. They go out down the side. This might be the improvement that, like, saves the situation, but I'm not sure. We probably need to wait for a train to come and go that way. Yeah, you've done the stations the right way around, which is the wrong way around for this map. Oh no! So no, they're all right. They're okay. No, I think it's fine.
I mean, the station was there previously, so I didn't really.
You can be a
That's
pro
a
and not
good
an expert.
station, by the way. That's like 4 train lanes, 2 metro lanes, or rather, technically 8. That's right.
Oh, I think one of them's going back now.
Metro.
One of them's doing it now. So it's going back, and it did cut off one of the trains that was trying to come in, but what it didn't do is stop another train that was heading to the north on the way out, and then it waited on the sideline for a gap. So it is a nice little improvement, and you know what? I've never done it like that before.
This is quite nice.
Yeah, it's a good return option.
And technically, the bypass is long enough that it can buffer trains as well.
Yeah, and you could even put a priority merge on there if you wanted to. If you was Lugnux K and you wanted to do that. I don't use priority merges. I'm not clever enough to do that.
And priority merges are probably overkill. Maybe.
Maybe. But I'm carrying on building. I'm determined to at least get half of this wood area done, even if I don't get it all done.
Thanks for the help.
I have no idea what I did. Oh yeah, I remember now. Right, okay. No worries. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to put the oh no, put the station the wrong way around. Is that the second time this stream or the third time this stream? Let's have a look. Station's wrong way around this stream. I think it's 2. So then we've got the... Yeah, thank you very much. We've got the signals going this way and this way. So that is out. So that means we need... Oh, this is tight. So many railway lines in such a small space. It's going to start looking like a circuit board soon. That reminds me of my Network 36 design that we did. That was fun. When we played a viewer's game and then put it on a t-shirt. Right. Really, that diagonal's a tiny bit too short, but I think it should still be okay. What? Can't build signals here. It's just me misclicking. Everything's fine.
I'm wondering, what is the main difference between like these metro lines and the main train lines? Oh, metro is just the whole thing is the engine.
Yeah, I think so, actually. Like if you click the metro vehicles and you see that, let's see, it's all cargo
Oh, it's high
types.
capacity, slow, but the whole thing is itself is carriage. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's some different color variations in there as well, which is always nice. Mods, where's the counter? Says we. If you weren't here earlier, look. You got your name in the game. We're naming the East Goods Hub after you. Yes. You've only been here like 10 minutes and you've seen 2 stations the wrong way around? Oh, then we must have had 3 then. There we go. Metros have a higher capacity. There you go. But are slow, so good for moving a lot of passengers short distances. Oh, there we go. Chat has informed us.
Thank you, chat. I guess.
I haven't got a good place to put a depot on this line. So I might just put it in a bad place and hope for the best. And hopefully it won't be a problem.
Can't build a railway station.
Okay, here we go. So, full load here. Then we go down there and transfer. And I've been getting 3, but this one's so close I'm going to do 2. Yeah. Yeah, the East We Goods ya. Oh, definitely. We Hub ya. Oh no, they're both good. They're both... Oh my goodness, this station has 2,000 tons of wood. There we go. I've thrown some more ships at it. How much can each of these ships hold? About half a thou. So that in 4 ships, that's going to be gone. And I think I've just put 5 ships. So everything's fine. Now I need to get up to this forest, which is behind 2 industries, past 2 towns and a lake, and another industry. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Probably like join up a line down here. Probably stay at this height. That's not too bad actually. There are still some buildings in the way. I've nearly got rid of all the buildings. Oh, it's the last one. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Finally. Is this station actually coping with all the trains? I think it is. Sometimes, like, using, like, I don't know what to call this station. It's kind of like a double-ended terminus? 130 viewers. Ah, hello and welcome everybody. If we get 5 more people and we get to 135, then I will do a giveaway. Just for the fun. Just for the fun of it. Why not? Let's make this track go up here and we'll turn right. Right then, so oh, you've been working on the metro line, was it?
Yeah, I'm expanding the area in general.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go and see what Carl's been up to. Or do you just want to hide?
No. I was actually afraid I would be, ashamed of being on the live stream, so you guys can see what I build. But I'm just about to buy my first trains for this. It's taken way too long time to do this, but it's an incredibly straight line, as you can see, and there is a line up to the North Goods Hub, and yeah, you can show the viewer.
Let's go. There we go. Right, so we've got the backward station with a dock, and you've used some of the ISR for decorations, which is fantastic. And then, bear me a second, I've just got to press a button.
That's a good-looking station.
Thank you. It's I put a lot of time into it.
Yep, it's got a nice little connection there where the cranes can lob the cargo onto the trains. Then you go up a little bit, use a little bit of tunnels. Got a nice little bridge so you don't destroy the river. You put some double depots in, off the line double depots with enough signals. And more bridges over rivers. You're being very environmental friendly there, aren't you? And it looks like you've got a double up here, but are you doing that because of the radio mast tower thing, or?
Ooh, maybe. Or you can correct it. That is, I might have just missed it while thinking of all the rivers.
Alright, well, the thing is that double ups are notoriously terrible for acceleration. So I've just made a little carving in the top of that hill. And there we go. Fantastic, look at that. And you've got your exit from, your entrance and exit into the station there. You've got a 3-track, which might be alright. Depends how much cargo you got going down here. You tend to need more on the loading side, right? Because it takes longer time. Does it? does it take a longer time? No. You need more on the loading side because you always want to train to be loading. But it doesn't matter when a train's unloading, it just does it whenever it needs to. So there we go. How do you participate in the giveaway if it happens? Well, you'll get a pop-up, and that pop-up will tell you, or the text will tell you. It's basically on my portal. Then the only thing you need to be on the portal is you need to have an account at my website. We need more likes, apparently. Okay, yeah, fine. Everybody just like the stream, and it's all good. I think you have to be registered and then comment in chat. No, not commenting in chat. No, you go to the portal, which gets announced when the giveaway starts, and you take part by entering on the portal. The results come out in chat and on the screen. What you could do, here's something that's interesting. You could put a station halfway to deliver wood from the other lake, slightly further north.
That's a really good idea.
Roughly where your depots are.
How would you design that if you were you? Because it's gotta, you kind of want the roll on, roll off kind of thing, and you don't want to break the existing line, right?
Okay.
I would like to see how a master does it.
Okay, so because the depots are there, right? You want to see a master do it? Well, we'll have to find one. Because the depots are there, I'm going to go further down the line and pretend that we're here. So I'll do some fake water. Where's my blue? Yeah. All right, wobbly water. There we go. There's the wobbly water down here. Right, so we get a dock in, and then we'll put a station in. And the station, I would put, like, offset to the main line, like somewhere like this, right? And it would be like at least 3 tracks wide. And then I'd come off at a right angle, because it doesn't matter when you're going into a station if the trains slow down, because they're slowing down to get into the station anyway. And then I would either bridge over the main line, or preferably have the track go straight, but then put the main line to have tunnels. Because I prefer tunnels, and a little bit of tunnels like that won't slow it down, right? And then I would do a diagonal, go across, and then join up with the main line as a junction. So they would be able to come out and go under the main line and join on one side. And then on the other side, a little bit further down, you just have a bit that comes off and goes in. Now, you wouldn't come off and go in straight away like I've done here. Because, you know, if you've got waiting trains, you're going to block the main line, right? So it'd just be further down the line. That'd be further down the line. But essentially the same thing. So you just come off, have the Ro-Ro on the side of the main line, follow in the main line, and then just nip over or under it and connect back up. Does that make sense?
It is a little more confusing when I'm hearing you talk and then watching the stream behind, so to say. But I think I'm getting to what you're at. But my initial idea was that I thought you meant that we would do an additional line of wood for the woods that are there and then transfer them up to the sawmill. But you're talking about
adding an extra station in the middle of the line you've already got, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
well.
is still to transfer things upwards, or is it to do both? So we would do 2 ways?
No. So it's exactly the same with what you've already done, except for any ships that would be in the more northern lake that we haven't got yet, so that they wouldn't then have to go down and round to the station for trains to then go back up again.
That's actually really good. You know what? I think I might understand what you're at, and I actually think of doing the station 1 level below, if that is possible, because then it would not be that they had to go under and then go up again.
You could do that. You have to be careful with flooding because you're working at sea level then.
Ooh, yeah, you are right.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, we've gone past 135 viewers. We're gonna have to do a game giveaway. Oh dear. Never mind. We'll do that in a second then. But yeah, that's what the other way that chat says you could raise it up. So then you go over the main line. Not too bad there. You could do that.
Ooh, that's actually, I've never done that one. I've just done lowered stations.
And actually, it works quite well sometimes if you do a higher station, because as trains come into the station, they tend to slow down. So they go up the hill and slow down and into the station. And then when they come out the station on the other side, they go down the hill and it gives them a speed boost coming out the station. So there we go.
That's nice.
Yes.
So my first train is actually loading up right now. I've got my first ships transferring to the train.
And that train's already well overloaded.
Yeah, I know. I just bought one. I need to buy more.
720 tons, and there's 540 extra tons waiting. So there we go. DJX says they do that in real life on metros. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's basically conservation of like energy, right? You're turning some of your kinetic energy, like your lateral kinetic energy, into potential energy by going higher up, right? And that's you slow down, you go up the ramp. So, because we hit 135 viewers, and I made a bit of a promise, we're going to do a live giveaway. So listen up, everybody. I have just started a live giveaway for Battle Paths. This is a PC Steam code. So you need to obviously use Steam and have a PC to be able to redeem it. Go to portal.masterhellish.net to take part. If you haven't got an account, you just create a free account on my website, and then you can log into the portal and take part of the draw. Technically, it's a sweepstake, but we use the word giveaway. Legally, it's a sweepstake. If you've got any questions, let me know, but I'll end the giveaway before the end of the live stream, and we'll find out who's going to win that game. Now, if you want more game giveaways, I'm going to be doing a party stream, a festive party stream, December the 13th. Oh, God, don't get the wrong date. Get the right date, Hellish. December 13th, where we're going to be doing even more giveaways. Right then, so we followed your train about halfway, and we'll let it go. I tell you what, let's have a bit of fun, chat. This train, you can see how long it's travelling. This train is carrying a total of 720 tons of wood, and it's going approximately 330 squares. Once it gets there, finally, it's going to the depot right now. How much money do you think it's going to make at the station? So I'm going to get an extra viewport open so that we can keep an eye on this without me having to scroll around the map 7,000 times. Viewports are so useful. I wish so many more games had viewports. Right? No? Maybe people are with me on that? I hope they are. It'll come out this tunnel and into the station, then we can find out how much money it's going to make, right?
You can just tell he plays E19.
Yeah, I do. I've actually made like 3 EVE Online videos over the last week or so. But you won't see them on this channel. They're on my third channel, hellish.raw. So we've got Stipite Sister says 14k, Laralel says 10.3, got 65k as a guest there. Brandon's currently in EVE. 190, brand new high level there. That's quite a lot. Oh yeah, I'll finish this railway line that I was supposed to be doing and then forgot about. There we go. September 3. Right, so we're going which way around is the track? So we're coming in this side like this. And then, oh no, the industry's in the way. Oh, you know what? I can fix it. Ah, you see, I can be clever sometimes. We can do this and get our signals in there. There we go. That actually worked out quite well. 195k. DGX is 200k. Is that what we call positive thinking? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But here it is. It's arriving. Doop. Oh no! Oh, I pressed the wrong button and scrolled the wrong way. I scrolled the wrong viewport to the wrong place. But we saw it arrive. Here we go. So it's unloading. I'm going to say 123. I covered my eyes in case it popped up. 141. That's good. That's some good money. Did anybody get really close to that? I recorded a short today, right, where I guessed the amount of money that a train was going to make. And I was 1,000 away. And it made it look like that I'd cheated. And I just thought to myself, oh, I wish my guess was worse, because then people are gonna think that the short's not like a real short. It's not like a real thing. Our Steerpike Sister says I just missed a 0. Right, there we go. Obviously, he was closest then. Right. I'm still trying to deal with my wood. I've spent all night trying to sort my wood out. But I think finally I've done it. Oh, I forgot. I haven't done a depot. You know what? For once, I'm going to do some proper depots. We're going to put some proper depots in here. And I'm going to do double humpy depots. My current favourite. Again, the humpiness of the depot actually helps with the train slowing down and speeding up a little bit. Similar to what we were talking about with the metro lines. There we go. I've just got to make sure I get the signals the right way around, obviously, because I'm not used to doing this. We need to remove the forbidden bit of track, because we're not on version 15. And let's get the signals in the right way. There we go. Fantastic. Look at that. There we go. You're clipping that. I have no idea what I said. Right, so trains. Let's clone an existing train. Change the orders to go full load here, down the track, go to this place and transfer, leave empty. Shared orders, clone, and there we go. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sawmills hooked up. Sorry, not sawmills. 8 forests hooked up to this forest. And that's why there's tons and tons of wood just sat here waiting. So, let's get a few more ships. Yeah. I was the closest. Was I the closest? Out of everybody that everything that everybody shouted out? Oh dear. The Chris Sawyer Games viewports are an amazing piece of game design. No one else seems to be able to do. Yeah, and it would be, I think, as a developer, it sounds like something to be ridiculously easy to implement. Like, just imagine Age of Empires if you could pull out like a window, a viewport, so that you could look on like one place where you're attacking or building up your army whilst like keeping an eye on your base as well at the same time, right? I was the closest without going over. Oh, I don't know if we was doing Price is Right rules or not.
That sounds like you want what they did in Planetary Annihilations.
Have I played that? I'm
Have
not sure.
Do you know Total Annihilation or the old what was it called? Supreme Commander?
Yeah, I've played Supreme Commander and I've played Beyond All Reason.
Yes. Okay, so think of those, but you're playing on a solar system.
Ah, right, nice. So, more like Sins of Solar Empire.
Yes, but you know it's RTS, and you can throw planets or rather asteroids at each other if the map has them. So in this scale where you actually fight on multiple planets, kinda, and it's a circular map, picture-in-picture is essential.
Yeah, I remember a lot of games used to have like like you could do key combos to jump to particular locations.
Yeah, of course.
I think Command and Conquer had that. I'm not sure. Extra viewports trash the performance of modern game engines, don't they? Not sure. No idea, actually, to be honest. No idea. Well, I have somewhat succeeded, and I've also somewhat failed. So we have a wood network over here, which I've managed to do out. We didn't do a loop in the end because I just couldn't figure out a way for it to make sense. So we did mostly trains, and then we bring it together in a hub and ship it down into the middle. And then I was supposed to do exactly the same on the other side. However, I've spent the entire live stream chatting and checking out what everybody else is doing rather than actually building any track. Which I guess is probably why we're here in a live stream scenario anyway. Why have I purchased this land? Let's get rid of that. There we go. Do this town hate me? They think I'm outstanding. I blew up a whole slither of their town and put an 8-track railway across the side of it, and they think I'm amazing. Yeah. Settlers 1 has something similar. You can put timers on specific spots and it calls you back there, right? Okay. Well, we're going to Settlers 3 tomorrow. That's something else you guys need to look out for. So obviously I don't just do OpenTTD, we do other retro games, and Settlers 3 is tomorrow night's live stream. It's my second look at Settlers 3, so if you want to check out the previous one, have a look at the playlist for that, or just check my channel for the old video, for the live stream. But we're going to start wrapping up things here. I know we got a little bit left of the stream, but we are going to start looking at how things have gone and so forth. Oh, you've got the diagonal there, and it goes straight into a refinery. That's unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask you for how I'm gonna do this.
I mean, I think you've done it fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the way that you've done it.
There is one thing though. There's a big problem here.
Go on then.
It's the depots, right? So these trains will never be able to go to the depots right now.
Yeah, so you just need more depots. In fact, you probably need more depots on this length of line anyway. So those depots being there, that's fine. Then further, like, north, we'll pop some depots in, and further south, put some depots in.
Perfect.
And we can do that now, if you like. There's a nice little spot just after Runnington where we can get some depots in. So it depends on whose style of depots are we using. We're using your style of depots, aren't we? Okay.
No, like, pick any style, and I think it's a little bit tight here. I think you picked probably the best place to do it. So,
yeah, so
I looked north, and it's it's hills and tricky stuff, right?
Right. So I'll do that one, and you can do the south one. We'll see what happens. I actually have no idea how I'm going to manage this, so we'll see what I can come up with. I might have to make things a little bit shorter. We'll see. Length 9. Okay. What's that? That's now length 11. If you do your slipways too long, then the trains don't find the depots. And I am going to come off early because of that antenna. I think I'm just going to carve a little bit more hillside. But I have used the hillside for the depots themselves. So it's a little bit of a compromise. And very often we say things like, oh, right, well, if you're running length 10 trains, then you should have, a length 10 run-in for your depots and things like that. But these are kind of like optimal things that you want to try and aspire to. Like, if you can't fit it in very easily and you can only do 8, then, you know what, just put 8 in. It's probably going to be fine, right? How many trains are actually coming down that line right now that are going to clog into each other? So I managed to use the hill to put the depots on. So I didn't do too bad there. I had to do a little bit of carving, but not a massive amount. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive, actually. That's good.
Yeah, and, if this antenna wasn't here, I'd probably have a little bit of a longer run on there. And you've got those depots in there that you've just exploded.
Yeah, but they're not aligned, so I had to redo it. But the way I thought about it was that I wanted minimum 10, but including the little bit of piece that sticks out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I usually
they're about
have the wiggle,
9
yeah.
or something, except what? Yeah.
Yeah. Rusty says, when will version 15 be released? When it's ready, says Laura Lil, and that's correct, yeah. The developers will just, put it out when it's ready. But once version 15 is out, I've got a list of videos that are poised, ready to roll out. I'm going to be doing a brand new All the Basics tutorial video. I'm going to be doing a how to play multiplayer video, so I'll be updating that. Of course, my video about the version 15 update will come out. I hope it's not Christmas Day, DJ Egg. No, it won't be Christmas Day because they haven't done a release candidate yet. If they release a release candidate now, approximately 5 weeks before Christmas, I will then be worried that they're going to release the version on Christmas Day again. And I've also got a challenge video that needs version 15 that will be coming out after that. So I've got 4 videos stacked up waiting for version 15.
We are eating good, lads.
Yes, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Hello everybody. So we got that sorted. That's that going. We've done a little bit of tweaking. There's a second station going in, and there's going to be some a depot presumably that hooks up to that. That'll be quite nice. More trains are hurtling down this particular railway, which is nice to see. That one did 134,000 in income. I think I just saw that out the corner of my eye. We're not taking the goods anywhere yet. We need to do that, otherwise the sawmill might shut down. So I think that needs to be a priority for next time. I didn't have to do that for my sawmill because we already had this goods station that's overflowing terribly. Oh my goodness, it's overflowing terribly.
Oh, I want to buy this city so much. There's a good forest, but I just cannot build on it.
If you push the Humpty depots back one, you could have 10 on each side. Maybe, but I just didn't. Oh dear, yeah. Right. So that's that bit. Carl?
Yes.
What was the last thing you did?
So the last thing I did right here was building the depots down there and the new station, and I thought I would create at least one little boat to deliver something to the Great Roar Town Heights transfer station.
Okay, so you finished the transfer station there. You've got the new depots in. You put you've put the new dock in, and you're getting at least one ship running. Fantastic, and that's all then connecting up to this existing station. It's empty at the moment, but it's already delivered a good amount of stuff. In fact, if we go into the station and have a look at the trains, group them by shared orders, we can see that your trains made £601,000 last period and has already done 721,000 this. So they're making a good chunk of money, and that's really good. Obviously, you've been working on all the ships in that area, so the North Goods Hub is starting to come along. We haven't named it after a viewer plus subscriber yet. We'll do that next time. By the way, we've got some nice little viewer plus subscriber offers coming up in mid-December, so keep an eye out for that, everybody. And then OU, what did you work on last?
Well, I added 2 metro lines near the Sandwood. One of them is going to that new station, other one is connected to that big main station metro line. And I'm sort of trying to figure out how to make the bottom right work on the map. It's not a good one.
The bottom right? This?
Right, sorry. No, sorry. Go full right. Full right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you've started your own sawmill stuff with the goods and woods and things. I see.
It should be a good one. If you go slightly left, you should see the town I'm really annoyed at. There's a good place to make a station there. They just don't let me.
Oh, WM.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. They'll let you do it now. I just bribed them 3 times. Will the depot hijack the train in the middle of the wood? That's a brilliant question. It's actually something that I looked at and checked and didn't verbalise. So the question from chat, and I'm just going to go into drawing mode here for this, is that if a train is coming down the line, like like this way. Oh my goodness, get my things correct. There we go. Train coming down the line down here. Would a train that should be turning off to go into the station go, hang on, I need to service, and then go straight down the line to these depots and end up getting lost? And the answer to that is, I don't think so. Right, so if we have an actual look at this, those depots are length 9 away there, then we've got at least length 1 here, and then another length of 4 there. So if we add them together, that's what, like 14 length away? And also there's a good number of signals there as well, right? So it's not a fixed number. It depends on the train's pathfinding. But I think these depots are too far away for trains to see from this signal, right? However, I don't think it matters too much because we need to move them anyway. So if there is a train that is waiting to get into this station, it's going to block the main line. So we need, I think, a little bit of room for at least a train, maybe 2, to wait before they get into the station. So what we'll do is that we'll do a slight modification of the stuff going into the station here for Carl. We will put an extra train length in here, right? And then we'll put an extra train length in there. Then we'll make them even length. And what we'll do is we will then put a little bit more and a merge onto the line like this, right? So they're only splitting off from one bit. Then they split again into two. And in theory, there's enough room there for at least one train to wait. So we are not very likely going to block the main line. And not only does that solve the problem of being less likely to block the main line, but it also means that the trains that need to come into this station will never get to see these depots. Okay? You thought it was a minimum of 15 not to see the depots. 15 is an estimation based on the pathfinding of trains. If you add, I think extra, if there's more diagonals in the track, it counts it differently. If there's, I think, signals or backwards signals in the track, it counts it differently. So yeah, it's not 100%. You can't just say this exact number of tiles, unfortunately. But if you want to be safe, I would say you should be, 16, 17 tiles away from your depot to make sure you're not going to have that problem. So just extending that entrance is kind of, it probably would have been all right, but now both potential problems are a little bit more all right than they were. Just to be safe, yes. 20 to be safe, says WW. I think by the time you get to 17 or 18, it's not possible. I haven't looked at the code myself. I didn't code it. I'm not an OpenTTD dev.
Yet.
Not yet. No, I haven't got time for that. We'll see. We need my videos to get more views, and then I'll have more time. It's weird how that works. The more views my videos get, the more time I have for projects around the game and the videos and so forth. Anyway, I will give these two a couple more minutes to tie things up, but I will tie things up here with you guys on the stream. Thank you very much for coming to join me tonight to watch me play OpenTTD with these two fantastic people. Thank you very much, Oyu and Carl, for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it.
It's been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for having us.
It's been amazing being here. Thanks.
It's always great to have community join in. It's been great to have you two join. And I think looking at the different things that you've done and the way that you're building, it's always nice to see different styles and stuff. So thank you very much for joining me. And if anybody else wants to join, all the information is in the stream description. Don't forget, we're doing some more Settlers 3 tomorrow night. That's going to be great fun. It's going to be fantastic. And then I think we're going to have a video on Saturday, so keep an eye out for that one. I will see you all soon. But from me and the other players here tonight, it's goodbye for now. Say bye.
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 I'm at least 98.3% sure I'm not an OpenTTD dev.
There was the giveaway. Let's do that quickly. The winner of the giveaway is Cookie. Congratulations, Cookie. You have won the giveaway.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Okay, now we can do the credits. Bye.